Hi, Tim here from World of Sleuths. I'm here with the video of stuff I've read over the past week. See, I'm participating in New Worlds November, and I've and that is this readathon started by the Bookish Bryants, Scott and Becky, and if you haven't seen any of their videos, check them out. I'll try to remember to leave a link to their channel below. Uh, uh, they're it's a husband and wife, and they usually do their videos together, and you can just tell how much they enjoy to read. And they read all kinds of stuff. I know that too. Uh, but this New World's November, they have several hosts for it too, like Steve Donahue and Mark Richardson. Mark Richardson, I should say, co-host. Mindy from can't remember what she named her channel now, but anyway, what it is we're spending the full month. It's a readathon, but spending the full month reading short works of science fiction, like short stories, or novellas, or short science fiction novels, so what I've been doing, I've been reading stuff off both my e-readers here, and I have some science fiction anthologies or compilations on both of them, and there are different ones between the two most of the time, and so I've been reading books off those, and I'm just start at the first one, working my way through. They do have themes for each week of the month, but I told them, hey, I can't guarantee you if I read any in certain groups or what. I just wanted to read through those two anthologies that I've started on, because I'm enjoying those. So that well, anyway, over the past week I read 7 books or 7 stories, because I was had other problems I had to take care of during the week too. But starting off, the first book I read is Conspiracy on Callisto by Frederick Pohl. It doesn't fall under any of the categories on there. I gave it a rating of 4, and it's about I can't even remember the guy's name, but he gets starts off there on a ship headed for a planet that's a prison planet. Just that they're delivering stuff to the guy that's appointed governor of the planet, and just that they're running guns to you there, and which is illegal and stuff, but anyway, before they got to the planet, like they changed directions, and this guy and another guy were fighting, and then the guy, the protagonist, you can say, in it was knocked out. The other guy ended up dying because when they changed directions, just like what the jets and stuff, they'll send you flying if you're not buckled down. And so one died, and the protagonist, he comes to, and he has amnesia, and throughout the story, he's working on getting his amnesia back, and that governor of the planet is after him, trying to chase him and stuff. But it's a good story. I gave it a rating of 4. The next one I read was the Sentimentalists by Marie Leinster. That one I gave a rating of 5. It's about a guy on a colonized planet where they pretty much grow a special kind of leaves. This is the only plant that they can be raised on, and it's like you could say geritol in the future for older people, and there's a strong demand for them. But the way they you got there, or the people that are on there, they had to pay some money, or the company gave them credit for taking them there for training them, and then they get a plot of land that to do. And the thing is that they purchase a plot, but the thing is, the company that's over it now, they're getting around some rules and making you could say it's a shady company, and like equipment breaks down and all of that. But anyway, the protagonist on it, he's in love with the woman, and it starts out like some machinery that they use for harvesting these plants that wasn't working. It's just third time it's broken down on him, and every time he's charged more money, which go on his account against him for repairs, and he wasn't going to do it this time around. Well, anyway, he's trying to figure out what to do, and but on another planet, there's an alien husband and wife that they've been married thousands of years, but they're only still considered to be newlyweds, and there you've been watching them and thinking of them sort of like as their pets. That the guy of that group, or male of it, they said that they have 16 eyes, these aliens, but he decides to help the guy out by just giving him an idea in his head of what to do for making something that will work better than the other equipment did, out of the parts from that equipment. And so he gets it built, and it's working, and working better than the other stuff did. And then, but there's more things like that, because the company that runs all of this, they try to make the people go way under, and they take over. The company takes over their land, and then they're like, low wage workers in the field, so they can't afford to go back home, go back to Earth or anything. But that's pretty much what the idea of it. I rated this book a 5. I really liked it. The third book I read is Catalysis by Poul Anderson. It's about about takes place in on a planet that uh, they're doing some science. Group is doing science experiments on the planet, or actually, it's more like a moon of a planet, and it's so cold there that they live in a, you could say, uh, like uh, a facility there where they have tunnels and stuff to go to the different areas and stuff. And but uh, but it's about and it's climate controlled in where they are, but it starts getting cold in there, and people are complaining about it, and things are getting bad in there, and so it's three people that are thinking, three of the scientists that are talking about and trying to figure out what they could do to help, and it ends up they finally figure out what to do, and they pretty much saved the group there. I'm not going to tell much more, but yeah. And then, like I said, I gave that a rating of 5 stars. The next one is The Girls from Earth by Frank Robinson. I gave it a rating of 4 stars, and it's about trying to get women to go to some of these colonized planets where they've where men have gone to do whatever type of work that they were needing. Like some are farmers or miners or stuff like that, depending on the planet. And but they're having trouble getting women to go and to marry some of these guys that are because they don't want anything to do with uh, the native women of the colony, and so it's about how they work it out so they can get women to the planets or the guys. Like I said, I give that a rating of 4 stars. The next one is After Some Tomorrow. I gave it a rating of 3 stars. It's by Mac Reynolds, and it's a post-apocalyptic. It's a very short one, and I I just couldn't get into it too well on that one. It's good, yeah, but is it memorable for me? No, not really. So I gave that a rating of 3 stars, and that's what I'm going to talk about with that one. The next one I read was The Death Traps of FX31 by Sewell Peaslee Wright. I gave it a rating of 4 stars. It's about like some, they're pretty much like guards or military units where they patrol, or like police, or they patrol the different areas, and there's one day that the guy's boss comes and tells him, okay, we need to or no, that's not it. I was thinking of the one a couple back, but there's a guy is informed by the commander is informed by his boss that instead of the regular stuff they do, they're going to be taking some scientists to a planet that want to research it. The planet is FX31, and because they heard that there's like something like gigantic spiders on it that are like civilized and stuff, and so they land, and these researchers or scientists go out. They figured they'd be back in a week, and at the end of the week, only one of them comes back, and he said the others were killed, but they found out that they hadn't really been killed after they launched because they had hit something like a mic under his bed and heard him talking about it, and so they land back on the planet, and it's about them trying to get rescue the other two and stuff because these giant ants are after them too. And I gave that rating of 4 stars. Last one I did was Family Tree by Charles L. Fontenay. I gave it a rating of 4. Well, that's not the last one I read. It's the next to last one. Or yeah, actually, it is the last one I read. I rate it 4 stars, but I don't see it anywhere in Goodreads. So, but it's about this one takes place on Earth, and it's pretty much a guy. There's a guy that moves into town, thinks he's all righteous and everything, and he's wanting to run another guy out of town because he says, he's a polygamist and stuff, and it's about his doings, but he's trying to talk to people like an ex-wife or some other people, on the mayor and a doctor and stuff. But they all say they think everything's that this guy is really good and stuff, and so it's about this guy, about him trying to run this other guy out of town, and that one I gave a rating of 4 stars. That, like I said, couldn't rate it on Goodreads, but that's I'd give a rating for it if I could. So that's all I've been reading so far, and but some of them, the others on the Discord page has been talking about a book. It's by started by Ted Chiang, and then I remembered my daughter had given me this book like a year or so ago because she had read it first, and so I know she's like me. She goes to bookstores to get them, but the story that they have a lot of them really like is A Story of Your Life. I guess that's a story that the movie's pretty much based off of. So I'll try to get that read this month too. At least that story. So that's all I have for this time. I'll be and check out the Bookish Brian's channel, and if you have any time, like these short stories, a lot of them don't take too long to read, so so it gets to be some fun reads are in those. So until next time, take it easy and keep on reading.